everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time here, hi, hello, my name is Wadzenai, and basically what I do on this channel is I do a lot of commentary on social media, internet culture, and basically anything that interests me. So if that sounds like something that interests you, perhaps you'd consider hitting the subscribe button down below, pressing the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, if you'd like to see some videos that I posted in the past, last week I posted a video talking about the whole situation with the German radio and BTS. If you want to go watch that, you can, but it's a little bit awkward because I was just kind of doing stuff and I didn't really know what I was doing. It's a really bad video, but you can go watch that if you want. So, also before we start, my hair's a little bit messed up. You probably can't see it right now because my camera's not that good, but should I just do this? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this for the rest of the video. Okay, so before we get into the video, let's talk about what exactly is a pick-me. Like, what is it? What do people mean when they say, oh, you're a pick-me? Well, in Google's words, a pick-me is basically a person who craves attention, acceptance, and love, I guess, from a different group of people through the words they say. Now, the word pick-me is usually associated with women who do things that are essentially misogynistic or bring down other women. But if you look at the definition, it can also apply to many other things such as race. So if you've been on the internet for a while, you know that the racial example of a pick-me in terms of black people would be if you know what I said, you know what I said. If you don't know what I said, I can't help you. So a pick-me would be someone who would say I only hang out with boys because all the girls are so full of drama, and I just hang out with boys because they're so much better. That is a pick-me, and I know you've come across someone like this at least once in your life. And they basically say all of these statements, which are often based in internalized misogyny, in order to bring down other women, but to also bring themselves up while also craving the acceptance and attention of the men that they're doing this for. A lot of the times, pick-me's, I guess, often make statements that aren't really bound in any logic other than traditional values, which have no kind of proof, I guess, and just being horrible to women. Now let's talk about the origins of this pick-me idea. So I couldn't pinpoint an exact it started on this day, but as far as I can tell, the idea of a pick-me has been around since 2016 already, with the viral hashtag tweet like a pick-me. So hashtag tweet like a pick-me was basically this hashtag where women would use their hashtag on Twitter to basically make fun of pick-me's, essentially, with often hyperbolic and satirical tweets. So an example of that would be something these girls are worried about a hot girl summer when they should be worried about having a hot meal for their man when he gets home. Now obviously whoever tweeted that isn't being serious, it's satirical, but that was basically what that hashtag would look like. Some were extremes and some were more on the lower side, like this one. I also do want to mention that I couldn't find an exact source of this, but I did read that the pick-me idea, or pick-me is a form of AVE. If you don't know what AVE is basically African American Vernacular English. It's basically a specific dialect that African American people speak, or black people in America. But I couldn't find a specific source of this. So I thought it would be really interesting to mention, and I'm assuming most African American vernacular, cis, on, flick, finna, stuff like that, has been kind of taken and made into popular internet language, and the origins have kind of been forgotten. Although I couldn't find a proper source on this, I will say that looking at the tweets from 2016 while I was doing my research, most of it was, if not all of it was, from black women. So the idea of it being from AVE is something that I believe, but again, I don't have a source. So it's a possibility. Let's talk about the comeback. So obviously the idea of a pick-me wasn't really like regular, like vernacular, or like things that people said often. But with the rise of TikTok, and especially the rise of political Twitter, the political side of TikTok, the phrase has kind of made a comeback, and it's become now more popular than ever. So you'll very often, if you see a TikTok where a woman is saying some like misogynistic things. So for example, if a woman came on TikTok and said women belong in the kitchen and women should be making sandwiches or whatever, you'd often see like in the comment section, you'd see so many things like, did it pick you, sis? Basically calling them a pick me, or pick me, or did he choose you, stuff like that, basically insinuating that the original poster is a pick me. I also think a bigger part of it, like the comeback, is also the fact that so many more young people are getting more and more involved in like politics, and that doesn't necessarily mean like president and blah 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 and blah blah, but just like social issues, you know, some sorry. Ooh, stuff like feminism, stuff like racism, stuff like xenophobia, blah 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 blah. You know, especially in 2020 and 2021, we've seen an increase in so many more young people caring about social issues. You know, if you look at the protests that's been happening over the past few years, you see so many people who are like from the ages of like 16 to like 20, like young people, young adults, teenagers protesting in the streets with people because they care about these issues. It's become more and more prevalent, which is so like great to see. And then also and then obviously we all know that young people are the ones who come up with like the phrases, the funny phrases, you know, the things that are trending. It's usually not young people, but you know what I'm talking about. And I feel like that's another reason why the idea of the pick me meme has become more popular, because younger people are saying it. You know, it's a political jab basically. It's also like calling Donald Trump a cheater, you know. That's something that a lot of young people tend to say, and it's become popular because more young people are interested enough in politics to be insulting a president, or like the many not derogatory, but the many names that are used to label racist white people, like snow roach, yeast yeti, etc. And it's just so interesting to watch this happen, and it's also one of the reasons why memes like the pick me are becoming so popular, because so many more young people care about feminism, and young people, like, we just find a way to like make fun of like serious issues while also like addressing them, if that makes sense. I don't know if what I just said makes sense, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So that's kind of like it on the pick me. Before I close it off, I do want to take a moment to speak about like the harms of like I hate calling them pick me's because it doesn't feel right, but like pick me, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, because although it's a meme, and although it's something that people just say, oh, did he choose you, blah blah, there actually are some serious harms. So like, first of all, very often these women perpetuate traditional gender roles. I don't need to explain why that's bad. It's bad. Let people live their lives, do what they want to do. If she wants to be a housewife, let her be a housewife. If she wants to be the CEO of a company, let her do that. Why do you care? It's got absolutely nothing to do with you, you know? Number two is that it creates unrealistic expectations of women. You know, not all women want to dedicate their lives to another man. Not all women want to be at home to cook and clean for a man. And by these comments that these women make, it often, especially if it's an influential woman, it pressures other women into feeling like they have to fit this role, and it's an unrealistic expectation. You know, I'm not gonna get into it. But I will just say that those expectations existed when only one parent needed to work in a household. In today's climate, in today's political, financial, and economic climate, often both parents need to work in order for a family to survive. Just saying. Anyway, and number 3, the final thing, and I think the biggest issue of all, is that misogynistic men often use these women as a way to prove their misogynistic point. They'll say something like, see, I'm not misogynistic, she agrees with me. An amazing example of this is Caitlin Bennett. So I'm just going to read you a tweet from Caitlin Bennett that she willingly posted herself. A lot of background. So basically, American politics is the Democrats and the Republicans. Republicans conservative, Democrats liberal, left, yada yada yada. Right wing, left wing. You get the point. So obviously Caitlin Bennett is conservative, she's a Republican, she supports Donald Trump, all that good stuff. So, I'm getting so tired. So someone posted a little infographic thing. I'm gonna share it on screen if I can find it. And it basically said what the results would have been like if only women voted in 2016. It was basically just trying to show how women tend to lean more Democrat, extremely more Democrat. It's a massive gap. In 2016, Trump would not have had a chance. That was basically what the infographic was trying to show. And there was also a male one where it showed what the thing would have looked like if only men voted, right? So after the women's one was posted, this is what Caitlin Bennett, a woman herself, tweeted. Let's listen to this. Honestly, letting women vote in this country wasn't one of the best ideas. I'm not done. Females, the moment someone says female, I stop listening, but let's continue. Females vote with emotion and overwhelmingly support democratic feel-good policies that take away our actual rights. Actual is in all caps. I'd rather lose my right to vote than lose my right to defend myself with a firearm. A real woman tweeted that. And do not be mistaken, this is not satire. She is 100% serious. She would rather not have, she literally said that women should not have had the right to vote. Because females vote with emotion. That is some next level misogyny if I've ever seen it. And then men will see this tweet from her and be like, you see, women should have never voted. She agrees with us. We're not misogynistic. We're not the bad people here. Men are just more rational, right? Men just think better. It's not like women also have critical thinking skills and maybe vote Democrat because they agree with the policies of Democratic Party more than the Republican Party. Maybe it's not the fact that Donald Trump, who was running at the time, was going around and laughing about how he basically harasses women. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not the fact that women feel like maybe the Republican Party doesn't have the best interest at all. It's not that. The right to Planned Parenthood. It's not that. It's none of that. It's just because women are emotional. Oh, no, not women. Females. That's the reason why. So anyway, those are the main harms that I see. The Caitlin Bennett example is a massive extreme. A massive extreme. Most people or women pick-me's don't go to this extreme, but they exist, which is why it's so harmful. So this was a short introduction to the meme that is the pick-me girl. If you do want to find out more, I do suggest going and doing your own research and finding out more. Also go look up the hashtag tweet like a pick-me if you're having a bad day. It will make you laugh. because a lot of them are actually really funny. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for staying tuned to the end. If you did, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. I hope you got a little laugh out of it. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and please comment down below anything you'd like to comment down below, opinions, maybe I got something wrong in the video, or clarifications, anything that you want to comment down below. Maybe you can tell me about your day, I don't know. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. If you would like to keep up with me outside of YouTube, you can find me on Twitter at Wadzanai and also on Instagram at Wadzanai. My links will also be down in the description if you would like to check that out. And yeah, I think that's it. Is there anything else? No, that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye. I don't know what I'm waving at. Okay, bye now. Bye. Oh, also see you next week.